Never in the history of the world have the merchants of obscenity had available to them the modern facilities for disseminating this filth. Disseminating this filth. The onslaught of the communist masters of deceit.
Pinko, Commie, Slutz. Pinko, Commie, Slutz. Pinko, Commie, Slutz. Pinko, Commie, Slutz.
Hello, Steve. Hello, Marlowe.
Hello.
We're all here. Welcome to Pinko Commie Slutz. It's, I don't know. It's at some point in time in the space-time continuum.
Yeah, I had all these, like, little bits and rants to go with, but I just forgot all of them.
Cool. Yeah.
Me too, because I'm in the middle of watching the original Hunters.
Oh, word. Yo, I just heard...
Boys from Brazil.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, no, that... Yeah, okay, cool. Yeah, no, that movie rocks. Yeah, much better than Hunters. No dumb chess bullshit. But, yeah, I just remembered that Eastbound and Down exists as a television show, and I told my parents, like, hey, we should watch that. And they're like, what is it? And I'm like, you like Righteous Gemstones? And they're like, yes. And I'm like, yeah, let's just watch Eastbound and Down. And it's fucking delightful. Holy shit, that's a great show.
That, I agree. That is a great show.
Yeah. Oh, man. Yeah,
I myself was binging Cobra Kai.
Oh, yeah, I see Netflix continually try and recommend that to me as I watch Star Trek.
Yeah, so I'm fucking full of karate right now, guys. I'm gonna square up on anybody. I'm gonna do a kata. It's a continuation of the Karate Kid story.
Oh, okay.
Literally 40 years later.
All right, well...
Same actor?
Yeah, yes, Ralph Macchio's in it, and the...
Oh!
Yeah, it's funny.
Okay, I'll just say, while Steven is, as is well known, both a hero lifeguard who saves children's lives, he's also an Eagle Scout, but I, little known, am a black belt in karate.
Oh my God.
Uh-oh.
Hey Matt, put in some
Whatcha.
Yeah, put in some whatcha, like boards breaking, but also like some air horns, some celebratory air horns. We got a black belt here.
Congratulations!
No, yeah, like my parents paid for lessons for like 5 years straight at my local karate school, and you got a black belt if you did that. But yeah, I did some katas.
Hell yeah.
I did. No, karate. Have any of you guys done like 90s middle school karate?
Oh, hell yes, I did.
Okay, yeah. No, that shit's fun.
It was great. I did, the style I did was called Goju Ryu.
Mine was this fucking South Jersey weeb who basically, like, quote unquote, invented his own style, which he called Western mixed. But it had some like Taekwondo elements.
Well,
anyway.
my teacher's claim to fame is that he had trained with Chuck Norris.
Cool.
That is 100% true. And like it was him. He was the main sensei, and his brother or brother-in-law was like the co-teacher, and he would do things like front snap kick, like right in front of my face, and be like, "Good, you didn't flinch."
No, I totally broke a board, and that shit fucking ends.
Yeah, mine was like a little like unofficial. Like it wasn't like mall karate. It was like at the gymnasium at a middle school in Dundalk, Maryland.
Yeah, mine was South Jersey strip mall karate, I'll say.
Also, the daughter of the sensei, who was older than me, who I thought initially was super cool, turned out to be a racist.
Damn.
Yeah, and it freaked me. It was the first time I remember being like freaked out that someone was racist, but like I guess in my 11-year-old mind, racist on purpose is what it felt like. I was like startled by this. I was really into yin yang symbols.
Oh, word?
Like, because it was the 90s, the mid 90s. And
oh yeah, I had a tiger fighting dragon patch.
Yeah, I was
on my key.
I was super whatever, but I liked it beyond just my karate love there. And she told me, oh yeah, the light side is like the man side and the dark side is the woman side, but it sucks.
Yeah, I remember like people trying to explain yin yang back when that was a thing.
But then she made it racist, and she was like, "Yeah, because everyone knows like white is better." And she like looked at me, and I was like, "Whoa, fuck."
Well, honestly, that also involves sexism. So she basically did a misogynoir.
She did a Jordan Peterson.
She did a misogynoir. I am someone who has just finished a book by Angela Davis, so I am an expert on this.
You're the resident expert on this podcast.
Yeah,
like,
I'm the resident expert on misogynoir.
Yeah.
Because
let me read.
I have just read Women, Race, and Class by Angela Davis. And now I'm reading a Lenin. But anyway, yeah, no, I had a black belt in karate. So I have a black belt in karate. It's like Eagle Scout. It's like you don't grow out of that.
Yeah, one of my
Once
favorite
you accomplish
things.
it, you know, if you've taken enough Scoutmaster dick
You take it to the grave.
Summer camp, you are forever an Eagle Scout. I am forever a black belt in karate. What kind of karate? The karate kind.
That means everyone, Marlowe can kick everyone's ass. Come at us. Patreon tier.
I have
$2,000
a board with a palm strike.
I've seen Marlowe use his karate skills. It's quite impressive. It's unexpected, but impressive.
Yeah, it's like how I can like water ski, and that's just the skill I have. And you wouldn't think it looking at me, talking to me, any of that shit. But I absolutely know how to competently water ski. It's a thing I know how to do.
I think all this time in South Jersey has really crippled your ability to say water.
Yeah, you know.
You did say water ski.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah, well, that's called code switching because I am the resident working class bumpkin from the Delaware Bay, and I say things like water ski. Anyway, I have absolutely no topic this week. I don't know. Does anyone have a thing to talk about?
Oh my God.
I just started Lenin. I could talk about the thing that I just started with Lenin.
Which Lenin did you start?
The 3 components of Marxism. It's the thing that Mike Duncan cited in his like intro Marx episode on the Russian Revolution season.
Because as we talked about, I'm in the middle of State and Revolution.
Oh,
now,
yeah.
Bunny, where's your Lenin?
Yeah, Yeah,
God
what
damn
have
it.
you been reading?
We're in a revolutionary.
I've just been going on different Twitter accounts and being like, this quote isn't from Lenin when they're wrong. So that's my my current contribution. I do always say more people should read Lenin, but
honestly, buddy, I don't know how you haven't been rehired by your like quiz app show thing you did, because with the pandemic and whatnot, I would be playing so many quiz apps.
I know.
Yeah, it seems like a thing.
I also feel like that might have been something that people did while they're at work, and now that people aren't at work.
Yeah, but they always showed it like after work when I'm trying to talk to someone at a bar or whatever.
Yeah. People would love my very current and absurd but true trivia. I miss it.
Yeah, no, there's so many like questions that could be easily answered if I subscribed to a YouTube channel that was like 20 funniest hyper fails of today.
Yes.
That would basically solve. Oh my god, you would have so many WAP jokes that you would.
I know. Believe me, I would have gone to town. Yeah, it sucks. Also, it was such an interesting experience because they gave us like I made constant allusions to us all being communists on the show. And they were like, yeah, fine, it's whatever. But then they were sort of in control of what kinds of questions. And yes, they loved those fail videos.
Yeah, no, they just love that. You would have to know what Fall Guys is if you had this job today.
Oh, I tried Fall Guys.
Oh, yeah.
I finally tried. I went over to our friend's Beep's name, and I played some Fall Guys, and I'm fairly Fall Guys pilled. I mean,
yeah, no, it's a
I'd be more Fall Guys.
Game.
I'd be more Fall Guys pilled if I was like 10 years old, but you know.
Well, you know what?
Time doesn't march forward after 2000.
Yeah.
We are living in multiple timelines.
It's Mario Party without the stupid board game part, with just the like fucking mini games, which was the only part of Mario Party you like to play. Plus like 60 people. Like, it fucking owns. It's a great game. It's a delightful game. In these trying and unprecedented times, fuck it, play Fall Guys. Shit. Yeah, no, that could be a sponsor. I don't know. But they don't need a sponsor because they just fucking rule. And no one can touch them.
No one can touch them.
Anyway, this is the longest we've gone since the start of an episode before I have mentioned Fall Guys, so I just want to say that out loud. Anyway, like...
Congrats.
Yeah. Okay, so... usually we go off on current events, and honestly, I don't know what's happening.
The VMAs are today.
Oh, also several, like between one and several major party conventions. Oh, shit, and also a general, like, another BLM related crisis of capitalism is happening. Yeah, actually, shit. A bunch of shit's been happening.
We have a lot of stuff. At the beginning of this week was like fascism. In like the RNC convention, which was just fun.
I did not watch any of the conventions. So
I watched more of it than I did the DNC.
I watched
actually
0% of any of it. I've heard the Chapo episode. Well, no, I didn't listen to the whole one. I heard like 60% of a Chapo episode on the RNC, and that's as much as I got on that. So knock yourself out.
I've just been avoiding that RNC song that everybody keeps.
I will beat you because I didn't even know there was a song.
Yeah, what's this song, buddy?
It's just like I refuse to listen, but it's something about I want to be at the RNC and they're naming a bunch of people.
That reminds me of the Pride song from my middle school.
Yes, that commonly known Pride song.
Oh, wait, no, actually, no, okay, no, actually, I got that confused. It reminds me of the Pride song from my mom's middle school.
We all know as well, but share with our listener.
No, this is actually a thing because in high school through early college, I had a good friend from him. And yeah, I know. Again, it's called code switching. I'm doing a bit, but anyway, we connected on the fact that both our fucking boomer mothers knew this fucking Pride song from Ocean City Middle School, and it goes, "Ocean City, we are proud of you. We love every inch of your soil." In the summertime, in the wintertime, for you we toil. You're the best little town by the ocean. You're the best little town by the bay. Where? Ocean City by the ocean. And down by the beautiful, down by the beautiful, down by the beautiful bay. Yeah, no, so anyway. Yeah, multiple people have parents who know this song because they were made to sing it in second grade middle school, and then those parents ended up moving back into the area because no one progresses past Ocean City High School. And so, like, we all just know this song from our moms having to, like, sing it. And my mom has a story where she had this real fucking Nazi, actually, yeah, I said middle school. It's like primary school. She had this, like, Nazi-ass fucking teacher in second grade, music teacher. You know how music teachers in elementary school do. Anyway, so...
I had a very woke music teacher.
I had a music teacher who was named Mr. Hair, and he was bald, and it was great.
My music teacher, fuck, I don't remember her name, but she had Lyme disease, and she was real keen on telling you that white people stole all this music. Yes, she was white. She was white.
That's great. Yeah.
I just had Mr. Charsky, and he was closeted homosexual.
Well, yeah, I mean, he's a music teacher, but...
yeah, like, what could you...
Yeah. Like, honestly, the whole thing with music class is they should start you on the fucking recorder in kindergarten, and I should have been playing a string instrument by, like, 5th grade. Like, I don't understand why I had so many years of music class, and less than half of them involved explaining what a note was. Like, it was all like, oh, let's all sing this song together. And that doesn't explain to me what music is. Anyone can sing.
Well, yeah, that's the point.
Yeah, no, but that's stupid. I'm in class. I should be being educated.
Oh, my gosh.
Anyway, so my mom has...
Were you aware of this at the time? Were you like, excuse me, miss?
The first time I was given a recorder and I learned to play Hot Cross Buns, I realized, I should have known how to do this years ago. There is no reason they waited this long to teach me how to do this bullshit. And it was probably like 3rd grade. But yeah, like, make kids, like, actually learn to do a music.
I mean, I'm not fighting you.
Anyway, so the point is, my mom had this...
Make them learn Hot Cross Buns in kindergarten.
Yeah, Hot Cross Buns every kindergartner should be able to play that. I don't give a shit if it's a tin flute, a harmonica, or a fucking recorder. Every child should just know how to play. But anyway,
is that Hot Cross? Is that a Hot Cross Buns rendition that I haven't heard before?
Anyway,
it's also
Matt,
3 Black Eyes.
Throw up some mad fucking like techno cover Hot Cross Buns breakdown.
Hot Cross Buns.
Throw up some like super fucking metal, like fucking brutal, like just a fucking electric bass that someone just put through a wood chipper version of Hot Cross Buns. Throw up some like just sludge fucking Hot Cross Buns. Anyway, so my mom had this Nazi-ass music teacher, and also she was in kindergarten, and she had hamsters. Meanwhile, the pregnant hamster was giving birth. These will become related later on. So, gave birth and began eating the babies. The music teacher made them sing the song that I sang earlier, and they were like walking around class having to sing this fucking Ocean City Nazi song as they were marching around the room singing Ocean City, we are proud of you. That was the story I was trying to tell. And honestly, in hindsight, given what is going on in Wisconsin right now, seems very disrespectful.
Honestly, it sounds like the RNC, or at least what little of the RNC I watched. Just people eating babies.
Yeah.
Did you watch any of the RNC, Bunny?
I did watch, what's her face? Kara Gargoyle. Gargoyle.
I watched it with the Annihilation soundtrack behind it.
Yeah. And watched a little
you gotta
Melania.
Put that in.
I watched a little Melania just because people were like, oh, like, do your Melania impression again. And this bitch never talks. So it's like.
Can you do it the next 2 minutes and just Melania, please?
The next 2 minutes?
The next 2 minutes. Just code switch.
Okay. We can't just use code switch to mean do an impression. That's not what that word means.
You know,
when you're in the environment of the Pinko
for me as an actor, yes, it does, Marlowe.
Yeah.
And she was also in a Castro.
Daniel Day-Lewis is very well known for his code switching.
Yes. But I didn't, I decided last time I wasn't going to watch these conventions with any sincerity.
I also decided that, and I didn't watch them at all.
Yeah, I just watched.
I played Fall Guys.
Yeah, handful.
I gotta say, like the first 2 nights were probably the most fun. In that they came out of the.
Do you think Michael Moore is right?
What?
I already know the answer, I think. Michael Moore today said Trump's going to win again.
No, 100%. I went to go to my grandmother's 80th birthday yesterday. Mm-hmm. And once you get 15 minutes out of the city, it's just Trump flags. Like every direction.
Yeah. On the other hand,
and if you watch the 2 conventions, there's only one one party that acts like they're gonna win.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of obvious. Like I don't mean to say that like nationalist triumphalism like beats out a very sad and mournful, tepid liberalism, but it kind of does.
Okay, counterpoint. The smart bet's still on the Dems winning.
Yeah, and it was the last time.
Yeah, but like it might be right this time. I don't know.
That's the key to every Democratic victory. It might be right this time.
Well, okay, like the Democrats made it out so that Donald Trump is the spawn of Satan. Like, not even the spawn.
Okay,
like the sperm that came out of the devil's cock. And then all he has to do to counter that.
Did you see Trump being like, I don't talk about my ass?
Okay.
Great.
But then then all he has to do is to appear less than the semen that came out of the devil's cock, and people go, oh, the Democrats aren't telling the truth about that. And then they'll be like, oh, maybe Trump isn't as bad as everybody else says so.
Okay.
And then they're like,
the economy is literally the worst it has ever been in since I was alive. And we have a near unprecedented hyper disaster that is going on to the point where you won't physically walk into a voting booth this year. I just feel like
You've been like really pounding at this point.
Yeah, I've been really pounding at the fucking apocalypse happened to occur under Trump.
Yeah, and you really pounded at like the Dems are going to choose Kamala or Cory Booker, and you were wrong about that too.
Yeah, but like also you were like, oh, they're going to choose Klobuchar. No, like you consistently go on like, oh, this is fucking stupid, and maybe that'll happen. And I agree with you that's not the dumbest fucking strategy in the world, but sometimes smart shit happens. And, like, at the end of the day, it is the worst situation we've been in going into November on a year that divides by 4.
Not if you looked at the stock market.
Even if the stock market's going all right.
I'm saying there are levels of simulation that we wrap around a turd to make it seem like it's not a turd.
Yeah, and everything I'm talking about is a series of simulations. They've just been useful in predicting material changes historically. That doesn't mean they're going to be useful this time around, but honestly, like, we need to prepare ourselves for the strong possibility Biden could easily win, because this is a historically unprecedented, stupid fucking time, and you have to be a historically unprecedented, stupid fucking person to lose this.
You should walk around America.
I don't, again, that's just like every fucking, like, major, what's it called? Fucking opinion writer for every, like, major paper of record in the last 40 years was like, oh yeah, I, like, have a cousin from Kentucky, and, like, they think this. And we used to laugh at them and ignore them because they were always wrong. And then Trump won, and they happened to be right one time. And I don't know. It just seems like at the end of the day, Biden can easily fucking win this. And it is his to lose. And he's been doing this for so long. Maybe he'll win. I don't think that's a ridiculous way of thinking about this.
Yeah. I mean, you know me.
That is not a vote of confidence.
Yeah.
I'm not going to vote for Biden.
I think Biden will win because Trump's going to fall down these damn stairs.
Yeah,
he almost did this week, and he stumbled just a little bit.
I mean, they're both psychotic fucking old people. Like, one of them could get a stroke easily.
Yeah, no, I just think Trump is wildly popular and has been consistently underestimated.
Trump can win, but it just seems like 51% of the time at least Biden should win. I just feel like he ought to win. I'm not going to vote for him. I don't care. I have this, at this point, weird Zizekian accelerationist theory where I slightly hope Trump might win over the person who, again, I have to say...
See, now this interests me. I want to hear this Zizekian acceleration.
No, I was really going to segue into Princess died his family in the 70s.
Wait, Biden did or Trump?
Yeah, Biden, Princess Diana, his family in the 70s.
Wait, but where does the accelerationism?
Oh, that was a side point. I wasn't going to make that my focus. I was going to make the other thing my focus. But you were interested in that. But I still wasn't. I don't know. I mean, no, generally I think that at the end of the day, if you actually value electoral politics as a tool of social change. And I'm not sure if you should, but if you do, I don't see why from the left you would want Biden to win. Like, I don't honestly, like, okay, so the idea of electoral politics, it's a very economic, liberal idea of you as a voter have a choice to make in the marketplace of politics. And
like everybody knows when you make a choice at the market, you know, if you don't choose one of the choices, you choose the other one, even if you don't pick it up.
Here's the idea. Joe Biden and Donald Trump, in the, like, absolute positive, taking them at face value explanation of why American democracy is a good thing. Joe Biden and Donald Trump are selling a product to the American people, and you, as a voter, have a choice on the market of what to do. And based on your choices, they will alter the product. So, if the Democrats feel that they need to win the left, they'll present things to the left to make them win the left. If they feel like the left will buy their product regardless, they won't do that. And, like, if you believe that voting matters, frankly, the answer is you don't fucking vote for Biden. I will absolutely stand by that. I'm not saying vote for Trump because that's fucking stupid. But, no, if the Democrats ever are going to feel a need to appeal to the left, they need to feel that the left will have conditions for voting for them, and therefore they must meet those conditions. If you don't have conditions, they won't. They'll appeal to the right, which is what Biden is doing. Biden's appealing to the right because the right might not vote for Biden if he doesn't do things to appeal to the right.
Well, what do you think about the idea that if Trump wins again, that's it for America? It's done. We'll never have another election ever again.
I mean, if we don't reinvent our economy in 10 years, we'll die from global warming, so who gives a shit?
Yeah. What I think is funny about that line of argument is so then why aren't we talking about killing him?
Yeah, no, absolutely. That's
again,
yeah.
like again, if it's this serious, if he's going to ruin everything forever, then it doesn't matter if Biden loses.
Okay.
That's why I'm on the side of left needs to military coup.
Well, that's several other stuff.
I just pitched in. Shout out to our sponsor, Comrade Marianne's Tank Meme Stash. I just pitched the idea of a Miracle Rifle Association.
Okay, that could work. I had this idea for a while of a Quaker terrorist group.
Okay.
It was called Friends of Peace because, like Quakers use the term like friends to describe themselves, and also had this like kind of Orwellian like Ministry of Peace, Ministry of Love, blah blah blah. Basic theme. It was called the Friends of Peace, and it was basically I have this whole like fucking universe laid out of this post-apocalyptic balkanized America, and this was like a terrorist group that like formed in like post-apocalyptic Philadelphia, where it would be like this like Philadelphia, Pennsylvania nationalist Quaker terrorist organization that would basically take the doctrinal ideas of Quakerism in this whole like weird way, and they'd like suicide bomb places for Philadelphia independence to promote the inner lights view of peace. There's a whole thing I had.
It's nice.
All right, to get back to the electoralism, I want to indulge your argument about the two parties are selling things. I agree with you on that point, and my argument for why Trump will win is because Republicans are better at selling what they are selling, and the Democrats are terrible at selling.
I 100% agree with that.
And the argument is backed up watching the two conventions, and the one thing I noticed at the RNC is that in every single speech, from the token black preacher, Democratic black preacher from Kentucky, to like the naturalized people who get immigration status or whatever, for every single speech they had school choice like written into their speech.
Oh yeah, no, that's just
from Garfoyle to Don Jr. to Mike Pence to Donald Trump's big glorious moment of fascist glory. They are selling the idea not just that like the troubles in the city are going to spread into the suburbs and protest mobs and Antifa is going to come into your suburban cul-de-sac and take your property and burn the church down. But they're selling the idea that legislatively, Democrats are going to take away your ability to choose which school your children go to.
Unfortunately, they won't.
Yeah.
And again, it's a straw man, but my point is there was not a single concrete policy idea on the Democratic side that they were selling. They were selling change, representational change. They were selling, this idea of, him being the spawn of Satan and that we not the spawn of Satan. But the Republicans were like, your children, in order to be good in America, need to have the choice to go to whatever school, preferably a charter school, but whatever school that they wanted to. And if you don't elect us, that right will be taken away from you.
I fucking wish. I would vote for Biden. I would vote for Biden if he provided a comprehensive anti-private school, anti-charter school plan. I would do it for that reason. Literally, you want to talk to me about I want Medicare for all, I want student debt forgiveness, I want to nationalize all private property and fucking start
100%.
murdering the bourgeoisie. Blah, blah, blah. Sure, whatever. I would settle for a Robespierrean war against charter schools. 100%. Like, I wish the fucking Democrats ran on an anti-school choice platform. Because, like, at the end of the day, you look at unionism in America. You look at which unions mean anything anymore.
Teachers.
That's it. There's barely any union that can get anything.
That's why the dual power idea of unions, has been completely a lost future.
Yeah, no, dual power hasn't been a thing since 1984. Dual power hasn't been a thing since Efforts for Family was supposed to take place. That was
no, but the dual power I envision is a military dual power. That's from Frederick Jameson.
I'm sure that's true. Yeah, actually, no, yeah, we were using dual power to mean a different thing. Well, I was.
I didn't understand your reference.
Well, no, because I was thinking of the, Keynesian settlement between the unions and management and capital that, existed in most of the century before 1979. Dual power generally refers to the idea of the pre-October Revolution Russia between the Soviets and the provisional government and all that.
Yeah. That's what I was.
Yeah, but the whole idea, the Democrats have completely betrayed the unions forever. And the last union that kind of matters is the teachers' union. And yeah, if the Democrats gave a fuck about unionism and rebuilding the union,
they don't.
Right. But it would be taken for granted that private schools and charter schools are the enemy, that every fucking voucher program, school choice bullshit should be opposed to the absolute extent. And same with abortion. They don't stand for anything.
Which is why when they sell the American people on voting for a Democrat, in this case Biden, they fail at it. They fail to make the pitch because they don't believe in anything and they have nothing to sell. They have this idea of change and representation and different faces managing your problems that you like more than other faces. But the Republicans have something to sell. And in this case, at this RNC, it wasn't choose for abortion or, it was choice of school. The idea that your freedoms are going to be taken away from you. And we offer free market of school.
When it's not, they act as though charter schools, this whole system has been around forever, and somehow there's some kind of unusual push to control it. And like Marlowe said, the Democrats aren't doing anything to limit the creation of charter schools. And
I will say this to my earlier point about voting should be a cost-benefit analysis you make, where I want to push the party to a position by either withholding or granting my vote based on positions they take. I will vote for the Democratic candidate, even if it's Joe Biden, if he dedicates himself to publishing the addresses of people who own stock in charter schools and letting people know that it's okay to murder them.
Basically, we just want a public execution of Betsy DeVos, right? Is that what we're all calling?
I am totally fine with being in student debt and not being able to treat, I'm going to lose all my teeth in the next 5 years because I haven't been to the dentist in God knows how long. I'm okay with that if a genie showed up and said, lose all your teeth in 5 years and charter schools are gone, or keep all your teeth but there's charter schools, I will 100% take out charter schools for that shit. 100% Joe Biden. This is how you will get my vote. I'm totally okay with that. I will do whatever it takes. I will repeal 160 years of First Amendment jurisprudence to ban homeschooling. Whatever it takes. Like, absolutely. The school is a thing of the people and by the people and of the government. Your child should be indoctrinated in government schools. And if you have anything other than the mainstream standard public school education, you are a thought criminal and you should be sent to room 101 or whatever the fuck it is in 84.
A thought criminal.
Yeah.
See, this is why Jabari Brisport was such a good candidate. He won. But yeah, he was the DSA candidate in Brooklyn who is a public school teacher and ran on a platform of limiting charter schools or eliminating charter schools. And he won.
Yeah.
He won.
They're a fucking plague.
Well, and also they are a means of disseminating whatever kind of belief system people with a little bit of money have an interest in pushing without any like kind of collective outside.
Many private schools do not turn your kids gay. And if there's one point of public schools, it is to turn your kids gay.
Wait, the public schools turn your kids gay?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, no, because there's rules. Because public schools are awesome and they turn your kids gay. And many private schools refuse to turn your kids gay.
Yeah, you get a guarantee.
Because
you get a handshake at the beginning.
Liberal education.
We guarantee your kid won't be gay at this private preparatory institution.
Yeah.
Well, then they start telling you about like flat Earth theory and like the Earth was made 6,000 years ago.
Cynically say this genie comes back to you and it's like you gotta have charter schools. Sorry, I took all your teeth, Marlowe, but you gotta have charter schools. But you can pick what kinds of charter schools there are. Of course, I'd pick just a general great baseline of education based around my interests specifically, which are ancient history and
which is what is most
very important.
Definitely push classes.
But I also would like a flat Earth school. I would like every. Oh, well, definitely.
I will create a preparatory school that teaches chess, but only the D4 opening, the gayest opening. I will have a gay chess school, and it will
Marlowe's gay chess school.
Yeah. Queen's Gambit Decline. Queen. QGD, baby. It'll have Indian defenses.
It'll be called Nimzovich Academy.
I want to open.
Not only that, but everybody will speak Russian.
Language.
I want to open.
It'll have one E4 opening, and that will be French defense because that's the gassed one. Steve is laughing at all of it. Yeah.
E4, E6.
Or also known as Succapinos. Anyway, this will appeal to literally 25% of our audience, as far as I know.
Oh, yeah. Well, I also think I'd like to have a goth school.
Where everybody just takes turn wrist cutting?
That's second period. Yeah.
That's second period.
That's after they take turns smoking behind the school.
I just like the idea of all the morning announcements using, what the fuck is that song? Matt, play the song so I sound like a genius right now. It's the one by The Cure that's like Friday and whatever the fuck. Yeah. Yeah, no, anyway, my idea is... my idea though is all the morning announcements like say what date it is by like the snippet of that song that says that day of the week.
Oh, and we have school uniforms.
Yeah.
Everything's black. And there's mandatory eyeliner.
This joke sucks. No,
I'm
not saying the original premise sucks. I just mean like where it's going. I don't know.
Where it's going is all goth school can't work because goths thrive on minority status.
Oh, okay.
That's
the interesting.
Eventually, you're going, one semester in, you're going to have a subset just rebel and do some kind of pastel goth thing where they're essentially just a regular person.
Yeah, People's Front of Judea and whatever. Yeah.
Splitters.
Damn, there was the physical newspaper on the kitchen table in my parents' house, and I opened it up to the funnies. Did you know Foxtrot is still a fucking comic that
did not.
Bill Amend, I guess, continues to do? Yeah, if you, get on a certain number of physical newspapers' funny pages... and you did that by 1998, you have a job for the rest of your life. And that's cool as shit. Good for them.
I have a newspaper in front of me, too. It's a socialist newspaper.
Which one?
That I stole. Struggle La Lucha.
Okay, who prints it?
First Socialism, Plural Social. Struggle.
Is it Spanish language?
Yeah, it's Spanish language. I got it from a guy at a stop rent or cancel rent March 2. He had a sign that said, "Cuba has no homeless," and then it cut to the next line, "people."
Yeah, good for Cuba.
Yeah, he was great. Yeah, I know.
There's Beetle Bailey. You know what there isn't on this fucking funny pages is Dilbert. And why does Scott Adams have to be posting insane shit rather than making Dilbert comics? I like Dilbert comics. It's oh my god, I have to go to work. That sucks. Yeah, good for Dilbert comics, but
good for Dilbert comics, but.
Yeah, no.
Fuck Scott Adams is what I think.
Yeah, and well deserved because Scott Adams is an insane human. But Beetle Bailey preceded newspapers. There's always been Beetle Bailey. I don't know who. Okay, let me look up the author. Mort Walker. Okay, so the first name of the person who writes Beetle Bailey, which I'm sure he's been dead for centuries, is Mort. He's just sitting there. He's not on Twitter saying "Oh, did you know that women are evolutionarily psychologically trained to only go after Chads, and therefore Pizzagate, and you shouldn't vote for Donald Trump." Mort, I'm going to say Walker. Mort Walker is not saying that. He's just doing Beetle Bailey comics. Good for Mort Walker.
I think this is a new segment, which is just Marlowe finding people to be good for this person. They're just doing their thing. Not bothering anybody.
Literally anyone who is not Scott Adams. I will do a thing of good for you. You're not Scott Adams.
I like this headline in this paper. Black Indigenous Solidarity beats NFL slur skins.
Okay, I want to kill myself. That actually reminds me of the thing that pissed me off, that apparently the NBA is ending the strike because, like, Barack Obama's like, oh, you'll actually, like, win more power by not striking.
Yeah, I know. He just takes all the fun out of everything.
I don't know.
He's just a big old wet blanket. He's like, hey, guys.
I
That's
am
the
Barack Obama.
worst fucking impression I've ever heard. But also, it's not racist, so I won't tell you to, like, work on it because, you know...
Because it wasn't racist enough, Marlowe.
No, it wasn't racist at all. So, like, if he, like, tries a different thing, there's a non-zero chance it'll be racist.
I like them ads. Oh, man. Yeah. Obama doesn't get out of bed unless people are having a lefty good time somewhere.
Yeah. No, it just...
Gotta shut it down.
Yeah, I mean, like, okay, so here's the thing. A bunch of shit has happened, and
What's going on in Wisconsin? Wait.
No, I'm talking about like, the
NBA?
fucking Kenosha, dude.
Yeah, that's what's going on in Wisconsin right now. Like, are they still battling it out on the streets?
I'm
saying
pretty
right
sure,
now.
like, there's a few Twitter feeds I could follow, but they've been, generally.
It was disgusting the amount of support that kid got. Just, gross.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. It was, I mean, unfortunately not surprising. Before...
actually, this does lead us into a segment I'll call Nathan Gay Robinson.
Jesus Christ.
I call him...
God.
That's just atrocious. But, literally, I don't know if you saw with the Portland shooting last night.
Yes, that did also happen.
Yeah, so Nathan, homosexual Robinson, said, well, we really had the moral high ground with Kyle Rittenhauer, whatever the fuck that piece of shit's name is. And it would really be terrible, and it's terrible to see people celebrating this on the left, or whatever, I don't know. But, like, yeah, he had to, like, make this whole fucking thing, where, honestly, it does seem like self-defense. Obviously, I'm biased, and I don't give a shit. The Portland shooting last night was 100% self-defense. Kyle, bitch, in Kenosha was a fucking psychopath mass shooter. Don't care. I'm not a fucking stupid person who needs to say, well, actually, logically, yeah, one side's right, the other side's wrong. Fuck you. But
I mean, what was interesting to me is that the narrative was already, by the time I got up and read about it, the narrative was already all over the place with people trying to switch around the sequence of events to make it seem like whatever.
What happened? All I saw when I woke up was that it possibly unrelated. And then I was like, oh, so it wasn't part of it. And then I never.
Which shooting are you talking?
The Portland shooting. I woke up this morning. I checked the phone.
I'm also confused about that one. I'm saying like the
Portland shooting, I'm gonna say is 100% self-defense. There's like 2 videos. I watched them both because they both involved the Nazi dying. And yeah, this dude in Portland, basically the protester there got in an altercation with a Patriot Prayer asshole. Patriot Prayer had been riding on, like, basically technicals the entire night. Like, basically just on fucking, like, pickups that were being driven around the street and, like, just blasting mace in random people's faces. And he got in an altercation with a Patriot Prayer dude. And Patriot Prayer guy may or may not have had a gun. I don't know. Haven't looked it up since then. Definitely maced the dude, and the dude shot him with a gun and the Patriot Prayer guy died. This is a Portland shooting.
Okay. I mean,
that's a dead
dire.
Nazi. I don't give a shit.
I don't mean dire as in like it's a bad or good thing that he died. It's a good thing, but it's dire that I guess.
Oh yeah, I mean, like
happening. I mean, I'm watching the Caravan right now.
Well, okay. Have you ever listened to? Actually, have we listened to that together? It Could Happen Here, or whatever the Robert Evans podcast, or listen to it. Yeah. No, I mean, basically, yeah.
Bunny, I'm sorry, I was mistaken.
Yeah,
you were talking about the Kenosha one, though.
Kenosha, even, like, I was seeing people say, no, it happened this way. This was the sequence of events. And, like, with people immediately acting like he had somehow been attacked or cornered and defended himself. But what I was seeing, at least, was what appeared to be the footage of people chasing him down after he had shot the two people he killed.
Yeah. He shot a guy, and then everyone's defending the fact that someone's trying to take his gun away after he shot someone.
Yeah, and he blew that guy's arm off.
Right, and there was, I got alternating reports that there wasn't a self-defense that he could make for the first shooting, or there was.
Yeah.
Because I heard that there was a gun that was shot in the air while they were chasing him for an unknown reason, and that was when he turned around and shot two people. Was after a gun was shot.
Yeah, that's the confusing part. Because then people are like, well, all these people have guns. Like, there's, people who get really focused on the idea that there are gang members and, our dear, sweet Antifa super soldiers out there in the mix as well, as if it's an equally distributed situation of civilians who are armed.
The reason he was out there was psychotic.
So to real quick, lawyer brain the shit versus as far as this trial goes, I don't fucking know, because there's about 30 fucking witnesses that'll end up getting called up out of like 100 fucking that got interviewed, and I don't know if literally half the country thinks that dude was fine in every decision he made. Half the country thinks he's okay. I don't know what a jury's gonna say. Oh, fuck him, he's a piece of shit Nazi, and
Blue Matter Chud, who
and he fucking murdered two people and maimed another one. The idea of, like, is he guilty, is he innocent? I don't know. He might get found not guilty. That's a strong possibility.
I mean, that's the thing that's insane, is that, like,
I mean,
you get to be special. I mean, of course,
there's so many
that
witnesses.
He's white, but it's that he's got a gun. Like, you're this special thing when you have a gun. You have.
God damn.
You're a magic person who is allowed to murder anyone who threatens your property, but don't anybody break a window.
Anyway, whatever. I don't think they even know who did the shooting in Portland, because leftists aren't fucking nerds who call the cops and let them know they did a self-defense afterwards. Yeah, and I hope that dude gets away. Good for him. Fuck them all. Fucking Dresden was correct. Ruby Ridge, the ATF did nothing wrong. I don't give a shit. Ugh.
You don't give a shit. You'd firebomb something right now for no reason.
Yeah, so long as they're white, racist, and not move. Yeah, absolutely. we should use unforgiving force against them.
Well, guys, I think that's how we should end it.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay. There's no hope left. Well, like, non-existence is better than existence. In the dust of this planet, read Schopenhauer, fuck off. I hate everything. Yeah.
All we are is dust in the wind.
Oh no. I was gonna say do Elliot Smith, but I guess Dust in the Wind.
That's wonderful. Thank you for reminding me of that. Yeah, anyway, Matt, end this on the Wedding Crashers Will Ferrell Dust in the Wind.
It's from Old School.
Whatever. I don't give a shit. They're all the same fucking movie.
Old School is a singular great, I'd say.
I would say that Out Cold is an excellent fucking movie that should be appreciated more than it is. It is pre-Hangover Zach Galifianakis, and what they decided to do was, hey, what if we did a shitty version of American Pie, but also made it take place at a ski mountain like it's the 1980s and John Cusack is in this movie. But also for the B plot, we just do Casablanca. And great movie. I love Out Cold. That's one of my favorite terrible movies.
I think every movie's B plot should just be Casablanca.
I think every movie's A plot and B plot should be Casablanca. Casablanca is a great fucking film. Like, it's my normiest, like, fucking opinion about movies. Best movie is Casablanca.
I can't wait to start producing a bunch of scripts.
Now
you get a certain way through it, and you're like, "Oh, it's Casablanca again." Oh, bunny.
The point that you get through is the point where they hear a song that they bitch about, and then they see a person. That's the point where you know it's a Casablanca.
See, now I'm gonna be.
Oh yeah, absolutely, Casablanca ripoff. But
there should be a B plot of Casablanca, Boys of Brazil. Like between what's the guy playing?
I have no memory of that movie. I knew about the premise of that movie since I was in 3rd grade and my teacher explained it to me. And I only saw that movie when I was 27, and I have no memory of that actual movie.
Gregory Peck is the leading Nazi scientist who's making mini Adolf clones. And Laurence Olivier is the Nazi hunter who plays
I only know
the fancy Nazi hunter.
Yeah. I only know Laurence Olivier from Brad Neely's Wizard People Dear Reader, where he describes Harry Potter lying as using as smooth as the oil of Olivier.
Oh my god, he also played Shylock in Merchant of Venice. Okay, Al Pacino and Laurence Olivier both played Nazi hunters and Shylock.
Anyway, the destruction and like sheer nihilistic doom will free you. Good night, everyone.
It will free you.
End this on Burzum, Matt. End this on Burzum, please.
Joe Biden, do one cool thing for me. That's all I ask. This election, I'm just asking for one funny thing, please, Joe.
Just
something.
Say a slur.
Lee Kuan Yew, the wisest man in the Orient.
Anyway, guys, bye.
Burzum.
Bye.
All across our procreation, annihilation grows. Yes, love was made for slaves like us, designed to fetishize consumption, waste, and an identity based on a dying line. So God forgive America, the end of history is now, and God may save the victim, but only the murderer holds real power. The seas we'd fill with awful and disgust, and any object industry required we bought, enslaved, or we crushed. And now our minds are as